Hey guys, welcome to the Mommy Millionaire channel. I am super excited that you're here today with me, and I'm just want to give you like a virtual gratitude hug because I am so thankful for each and every one of you guys that stop by here and get something out of this video or share this video. I seriously appreciate it because it's my mission to empower women all over the globe to take action on their dreams and to not hold back on themselves. And so every time some of you guys get on here, it's helping that mission. So I'm just truly grateful for you guys. Today, I am coming to you from my hotel room in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm here for a yoga retreat, and I just got off the plane, got into my hotel room, and I have to share this story because it was so interesting. So I get on a plane, and I sit next to somebody. They're like, it's always the same thing. What do you do? I'm in network marketing. Nobody still knows what that is. So they look at you with a blank face. I'm like, do you know what that is? They're like, well, no. And I'm like, okay, well, what I do is I basically help distribute my products all over the world. I find people that want to use the products that I use, and I get, reimbursed or compensated. I said compensated. I get compensated for that. And so they're like, oh, so you're like a salesperson. I was like, well, yeah, I guess you could say that I'm more like a business coach, but, because I help people begin their own business. And so I thought it was interesting that I was kind of like, when they said salesperson, I was like, kind of like, oh, I don't really want to be labeled in that category, but I need to own it, right? And you guys need to own it too, because guess what? You're always selling something. And I look back on my life and I realize, oh my gosh, you were always selling something. I was, as a nurse, in the ER, I was constantly selling the fact to my patient that they could trust me, that they could be comforted by me. I was selling to the patient's family that they were in good hands and that there was nothing to worry about and that their loved one was going to be well taken care of. Now, I did well in that vicinity because I had that personality and I had worked on that personality to have that trust, create a trusting environment wherever I was. And anyway, and so I never thought in that, if you think about it, okay, nurses aren't salespeople, but you are. You're selling your opinion. You're selling your personality to that somebody would trust you enough to leave their loved ones in your care. And if you think about it right now, think about in your life, when are you selling things? You might sell your opinion all the time to your husband because you want him to see your point of view, right? You might sell your opinions to your friends. Like you want to go to a certain restaurant and you're going to convince them, right? You're going to give them all the reasons why we should go to this restaurant and why we shouldn't go to the ones that they want to go to. You're always selling your opinion, okay? And that's just the way it is. So we have to own it in your business life, even if you're not necessarily selling products. You may be selling a service. You may be a hairstylist. You may be a personal trainer. I know there's a lot of people on here that are coaches that watch us that you might not be in network marketing, but you're some type of life coach. Well, you're selling your service, right? And so you need to own that and be okay with the fact that you're selling something. And the more valuable you see your service or you see yourself as a resource, as an amazing resource where people can't get what they're going to get from you anywhere else, you're not going to have a problem with selling yourself to people, okay? Because nobody's going to be able to promote you and your service or your product like you can. So you just have to own it and be like, yeah, I do sales, but guess what? I do it in a different way. I think I kind of, creep away from the whole salesperson, persona, because you think about those people like when you go into a furniture store. I remember the first time I had to buy a couch when Chase and I first got married, and you go in there and they're just like vultures lurking on you, right? Watching your every move because they don't want you to go with another salesperson. They don't want you to leave that place without buying a couch. They're so invested into you. So you feel like, oh, like you end up leaving and you like go and order something online because you just can't handle that feeling, right? I never buy furniture in stores anymore because I don't like being I just don't like that feeling. Or a car salesperson, that is the way it is. And, there are some car salespeople that are not like that. But guess what? They're just in the business of doing sales differently than I do sales. And the way that I look at sales, you guys, is I am constantly in the business of putting what I do out there. So getting a lot of attention, you guys should realize this, is that the people that get the most attention are going to probably make the most money. And so I'm constantly trying to be in people's view. So I'm putting myself out there on social media. I'm doing different media channels. I'm, going to networking events, doing all these fun things, not going there with necessarily an agenda of, I have to sell 10 items tonight or whatever it is. But I'm going there because I want to get my name out there and I want to be known. I want to get connected with the right people. And the moment you are like, I just don't like having an agenda. Well, you've got to have an agenda. You have to be living an intentional life. And, that's just the way it is. And I think the moment that you start owning that fact, your business is going to start to grow. You're going to start growing as a person because you're going to have no shame in your game. You're just going to get out there and be like, this is who I am, and it is what it is. And so I think I wanted to get that across to you guys, to just own being a salesperson and know that you do it differently. The way that I look at sales, again, is like I'm educating people, right? Is that when I'm getting attention, I'm educating people on what it is, this healthy lifestyle that I live, and how you can be an entrepreneur too. And I'm constantly selling that fact, right? So I'm not constantly selling them products. I'm selling them my opinion on the way that I look at life. And that's part of my brand, okay? And I'm educating people, right? And then I'm empowering them to make their own decision. They can reach out to me if they want to. I'm not going to go out there and, make them feel like they have to make a choice right now, or it's now or never. I feel like that's how sales kind of looks, in the normal world. But I feel like there's this whole evolved economy where we're going, hey, we're going to educate you and empower you to make your own decision. And we're going to kind of see what happens here. We're going to keep living our life, keep doing what we're doing, and keep rocking and shaking and moving things, and people come to us. It's attraction and curiosity marketing again. So it's a different way of sales, but just own the fact that sales make the world go round. There's lots of things that could not happen if sales were not involved, and it's what makes the world seriously go round. So today I want you guys to own that fact and start saying the word sales. I want you to find out what is the dollar amount of sales you need to have each month in order to get to that next level in your business, okay? And so, for some of you guys, it may be, $20,000, or mine's, $2 million. I'm trying to get to that level right now. And so that way you can look at it and kind of have a different perspective and go, okay, well, this makes sense. This makes sense that I have to sell that amount and I'm going to get paid this much, and kind of start to understand numbers. You don't have to be an expert at it at all, but salespeople, I used to be a cell phone person. I used to sell cell phones for a couple months, okay? And it was all about the numbers all the time. And we had a dry erase board, and it was constantly, you're looking at it to see who has the most sales. And it was a competitive game. But that's, I know for sure, one of the top reasons why I've been able to be successful in network marketing is because I learned that skill early on, that I needed to know just a few numbers. I needed to know how much I needed to make a month, how much I needed to sell a month, and I needed to know how much my people need to sell a month. And it's a very smart thing to know that, okay? So that can kind of help you start to own the fact that you are in the business of sales, and it is all good, and it makes the world go round. You're stimulating the economy, and you're impacting millions of lives at the same time, because you have to think about the ripple effect that happens. When you start owning that you sell something, other people will start owning it, and everybody's going to be just booming and shaking. It's going to be awesome. So with that, you guys, work on your mindset every single day. I know that that's something I'm still working on, because it's always going to have that weird salesperson stigma, and we are constantly fighting that. But imagine if all of us come out and do sales in a different way, in that educate and empower state. That salesperson stigma will be gone in 10 years, and you can be a part of that change. So let me know if you guys have any questions about what we're talking about. Let me know if you've, try to own this and see, let me know what, changes in your business, because I just want to connect with you and get to know you more. So with that, you guys, I hope you all are just taking this and taking massive, massive action. Love you guys.